How's it going, guys? Gallon here from CarPhonix. Just doing a service call here. I'm on my way to go to a undisclosed location currently. I'm in the shop van on the highway, and we're looking at working on a 2005 Ford Mustang Saleen coupe. I guess it's like one of 12 in North America, so it's kind of exciting. Service call. We're doing a deck swap. I guess it's got an older Kenwood head unit that's in there now, and I guess we're going to be doing a DMX 9905S. This one's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and all that fun jazz. So when I get there, I'm hoping that I will be able to do some recording, and I'll have to ask him, obviously, if we can take a look at his awesome car. I talked to him on the phone, and he seemed like a pretty nice guy. So I'm not sure how he came across CarPhonix, but I'm glad that he did. So Forest is kind of near Sarnia ways, I guess you could say. And basically there used to be a car audio shop out there called St. Clair's Audio, and the gentleman that used to run that shop got a bit old and just decided, you know what, it's time for him to retire. So I'm assuming that's how he got a hold of me. It's just because, you know, I'm kind of one of the only guys around in the area that's A, willing to do a service call, and B, does awesome work. You know what I'm saying? So when we get there, I'll ask him if we can record his car, get some shots, and show you what we're up to. All right, guys, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so we're here at this undisclosed location here, and behind me is this Ford Saleen Mustang. It's a 2005. Pretty rare car. As I was saying to you guys on the way down here, I'd asked the owner if I could take some footage of it, and he kindly agreed that I could, so that's really nice of him. I really appreciate that. So I'll take you over the car. I've already had a quick look at it. It does have a full audio system in it, and whoever actually owned this car previous to this owner here did some pretty neat work on it, so I'll take you through that quickly. We are going to have to do some modifications and fixing of this factory bezel that's inside the dash here. As you can see, whoever owned it before customized the doubled-in radio with a separate DVD player below it. And there are some cracks and stuff in the fiberglass or wood paneling that they've made here. They ended up relocating a couple of the buttons that were these buttons right here typically would have gone up in these locations up here. So it's got a full audio system in it, which has been done pretty well, I guess. I haven't heard what it sounds like yet, but nice and custom. Pretty neat little car here. It's got the Saleen on the doors. So I guess as part of the Saleen package, what they do is they install a aftermarket dash kit, not dash kit, sorry, body kit on this car, and rims and tires and engine as well, which is pretty neat. I guess this one's number 11 of 12 that have been built. Pretty nice. They got the two extra lights here in the front grille, the Saleen badge in the grille as well. It's the 552. I'll ask the owner later to open the hood for us and have a look under there. I guess they do some motor work as well, which is pretty cool. And it's black. I think the ones I've seen online are mostly silver or like that weird blue color. It's kind of neat to see it in black. I'll pop the trunk here for you guys because it's already open. It's got a backup camera which has been molded into the wing. It's kind of neat, I'd have to say. A couple little tips down here. Really neat looking little car. Really, really neat. Very, very heavy tailgate here. So this is the trunk here, and it looks like they've got a Memphis Audio. I'm not sure if this is a 4-channel or what kind of monoblock this is, and they've got a massive audio here. So a couple little cracks, unfortunately, here in the fiberglass. That could be repaired down the line there to make that look kind of nice. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take apart the dash. I'll take you guys through some of the steps on what I'm doing there, and hopefully we don't crash that dash panel on there. So we'll start taking it apart. I'll get my tools out and get started. All right, guys, so I've got most of the dash disassembled. As I was telling you guys, what they did is they moved some of those buttons from this location that would have been up here on the dash kit originally to this location here. And so far, that part of things doesn't look too bad. But, starting to look behind the dash here. And it looks like there's quite a bit of wiring going on here. I haven't dove into that much as of yet. Clearly they've made a custom dash kit to mount to the factory locations for this upper double din. So my hopes and plans are is that as soon as I take out this double din radio, that there'll be some factory wiring back there that I can actually work with. And we'll have to kind of go from there, guys, so stay tuned. Alrighty, guys, so in the case of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I could probably spend a few days going through this thing and fixing it up. As you guys know, I'm pretty anal about how I do things, so I could probably go through this and spend quite a few days fixing it up and kind of going back and tracing it out. And because there was 2 separate head units inside of this vehicle, it's going to be a bit difficult for me to take out everything just because of the way that they've got it all integrated into here. So you have the factory connector, which is right back there, and they've ran their 4 channels through the factory audio wiring into the doors. And this is part of the cabling for the single DIN unit that was below the double DIN unit. And they've got a constant power and ground here that I am going to use for my radio harness, and I'm currently in the process of taking all that apart because I had come here with the assumption that it didn't have this full-on blown audio system. So I'm going to take apart my beautiful harness and tap into what they've got here and see what we can get to work. Alrighty, guys, so I've got the deck temporarily wired in here just so I can get sound going first. We'll work with the reverse camera and that kind of stuff afterwards. Nothing's turning on yet, so we're going to go ahead and look under the hood. The owner has opened the hood for us here, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. Very nice, very nice. Here's our fuse holder. It's not blown. And it looks like they've got a relay system on here, so that's going to mean that there's a second battery somewhere in this thing. There is going to be a second battery. Alright, so I will do some more diagnostics, guys, here and get back to you. So originally what had happened here is that there was no power going to any of the amplifiers, and what they did is they actually ran a secondary battery, an Odyssey battery, which in the back is actually a really nice battery. But they've battery isolated the front battery from the back battery, and the reason for that is if you're parked at a a car show and you want to turn the ignition on and show someone the audio system, you can actually pound on it for a few minutes, and if the battery dies, then at least you'll have the secondary battery in the front to still be able to start the vehicle. So what they have here is a relay and an ignition source going to the relay to turn power on to the actual audio system that's in the back there. And the issue with that is that when the ignition turns on, the relay is faulty, so it's not actually closing the relay trap all of the way, sending power to this battery. So for the time being, we're actually just going to bypass that and have both batteries charging on a constant rate through the entire system. And at a later date, we're going to have to install another relay system here. So in the back, we're going to have to eventually touch up some of the wiring that's back here. Not a horrible job, not a horrible job. The Odyssey battery's back here. That's a really nice battery for an audio system there. Some 1-aught power cabling there. They've ran some 14 gauge for the speaker wires, and they've got a really nice set of the Morel Elites. You guys know in my black car, I've got a set of those, and those things hammer, so this guy's pretty lucky he ended up with some of this equipment. So we're going to go ahead and bridge the gap at the front, and we're going to go ahead and put the rest of the vehicle back together, run a Bluetooth mic and a GPS antenna for the stereo, and this will be a done deal for this guy here. I'll take you over the system after we've got everything up and running again, and of course, I'll give you guys a demo, of course. All right, guys. All right, guys, so we're getting really close here. This is in the final stages. We bridged the gap underneath of the hood there on that relay for now. Eventually the owner, Dale, is going to go ahead and replace that, likely bring the car to London. But we're getting pretty close to fall currently, and he lives on a back road, gravel road, and I don't think he really wants to take this thing down that gravel road while it's raining. So that's why I'm here, and we got everything situated. We got the deck in the custom-made dash bezel that they had done here. Pretty interesting stuff. So what they ended up doing here, I guess, is they took some metal strapping and TIG welded it together, which is real clever, I guess, but it seems to work. So I got the deck mounted in there, and I got the owner now downloading the Android Auto app so I can show him how it all works afterwards. And yeah, we're in the final stages here, guys. So I'll put the dash back together and show you what the end result is. Completed the dash installation on this radio, and it doesn't look too bad in there. It turned out pretty darn good, actually. It needs, you know, a little bit of a how you doing, a little bit of trimming, but other than that, it looks pretty darn good in there. So we'll go ahead and grab the keys and turn this bad boy on. And then I'm going to take the customer through the installation, and then I will give you guys a demo and we'll close out this video.
The details.
All right, guys, so it's all done. I figured I'd give you a little bit of a demo, but
so yesterday,
you can't really hear how it sounds on YouTube, but I assure you it sounds fantastic. And yeah, maybe the owner will let us give a little rev out the back there just for a second.
64396.
Give you guys a little how you doing? Holy crap, boys. All right, guys, so I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys liking, subscribing, doing all that fun jazz with me. And if you like this Saleen Mustang, make sure you give me a thumbs up, all right, boys? Thumbs up. All right, guys, take care. Gallon, CarPhonix, signing out. Thanks for watching, guys. Man, it's so dirty. So dirty.